It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. An undefeated start against a winless skid. Let's see if this week goes chalk or if it's an upset brewing in week 4. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Gun. Gun.
They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw it here. He lets one fly deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. And a lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Return starts from the 16. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Play action, Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That is not a good omen at all. You spend so much time, Kate, on the first 15 plays, and that first play, you've rehearsed it in your head over and over as a quarterback, as an offensive line. You never, ever want to go backwards, have such a negative play, but now you got to flush it and quickly move on.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. First time this game they've looked to him. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
3rd and long, Prescott. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th.
Here we go, shot.
They're going for it. Here's Prescott. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Handoff headed left. Elliott avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Let's go. Check go.
Running left, it's Elliott. And somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before going down. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
All right, look at this, reaching deep into the playbook for the monster formation here on 3rd down. And tough sledding for him, only room to get it to the 30. They managed just 1 yard there. It's going to be 4th and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Taking a big shot for the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys finish off their opening drive. That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Running right, it's Kamara. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go. Shot.
Counter give to Kamara. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Get set. 11. Don.
Setting up a throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 2, ready?
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Don.
Handoff headed right, Kamara. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Here we go. Eleven empty. Don.
They give on 2nd to Kamara. And he gets him around 6 there. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
Here we go. Don.
They go play action here. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints break the tie here in the 1st. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Fielded at the 14. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Off the play fake, it's Prescott. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. They connect on the deep shot. And in for the Dallas touchdown. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys tie things up at 14. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
On 2.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Gun.
Kamara running out of the gun. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Here we go.
2nd and 10 now. That's complete to Kamara. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Running left, this is Kamara. Down the sideline inside the 40. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. Complete out to the right side. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. Vacates quickly left side. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, New Orleans. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Returning in from the 16. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Handoff here to Elliott. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Let's go now.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. That'll be complete to Elliott. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st and 10, Prescott. He's taking a shot towards the end zone. He drops it. Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so that brings up 2nd down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
19 tight. 19 tight. Take go.
From the gun is Prescott. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. And the Saints take over. Not an interception by the reigning Defensive Player of the Year.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
They stay on the ground with Kamara. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. He's on the move. This is reeled in by Kamara. And he's out of bounds, up at his own 45. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here we go.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
I'm one, ready?
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. 11.
Throwing from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And this is the first time he's been called on today. Oh, and it's a fake punter with the football. And they don't come through on the fake as the pass falls incomplete. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs.
Well, they tried the fake, but no one was fooled. Defenders saw right through that attempt to sell that punt. Clearly, this squad did their homework this week, and they knew that was coming on 4th down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing on first is Prescott. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Dallas. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys tie this game at 21. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give inside to Kamara. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here we go.
We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Saints pushing for a score before the break.
On one, ready?
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the 38. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. That is Michael Davis. Has room down the left sideline. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Tight end going in motion here. Back to the air following the pick-6. He's got a man left. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Ready, go!
Working from the pistol, Prescott. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
On second down, a run with Elliott. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Play action, Prescott. Forced out to his right. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Saints get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Here we go, here we go.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
11 MT, Tate.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds his back complete. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 11.
From the 29. He lofts it deep left. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
Pass play coming here. He's trying another one deep. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. A good defensive play breaks that one up. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
I think it's safe to say that without that ball being tipped, we are looking at a big game. It's a missed opportunity to push that offense, but an even better play defensively to deny the throw.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our 2nd half. He stopped on the return of the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run from Elliott. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during a game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist, head the other way for a big run.
Gets this one to Andrews. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown! The Cowboys grow the lead coming out of halftime. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line.
1-1, ready?
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
This is set.
Running behind center with Kamara. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11 Tommy. Stop.
Here's 2nd and 7. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints start the second half with some needed points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Lutz there to tack on the extra point. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards, 2nd down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense, more often than not, leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Even after a solid 6 yards on that play, still a long ways to go here on 3rd down. He's got Andrews. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he can't hang on to it in the end zone. Not an interception, only an incompletion. So they get it back, 2nd down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Escapes the pocket. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go, set.
Another throw for Prescott. Complete out to the right side. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They're set up at the 35 now. Prescott here from the gun. Getting out to his left. Throwing deep for the end zone. They connect on the deep shot. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a 13-point lead. Setting up to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
They're going play action. He put everything he had into this one. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Cowboys will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, no matter the outcome today, partner, I think we can all agree it's been very exciting watching him throw the ball. He's found the end zone 4 times, but he's now given it away 3 times as well.
Yeah, if you were a golfer, his scorecard would be fascinating because a bunch of birdies, but these bogeys and double bogeys he's got to eliminate.
Yeah.
It's really been high risk, high reward through the air. And you never want to slow a quarterback down in that production he's found with his aggressiveness, but you've also got to find a way to turn that governor on, take a little less risk, and take care of that football.
Chased out to his right. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
He's throwing deep to the left side. Wide open, downfield. Got it! Is in. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys stretch their lead to 21. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
On 1, ready?
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
11. Done. Stop. Stop.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's looking deep once again. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. You needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt.
Here we go.
Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints shrinking the lead some in the third. 3 touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting it on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Short kick gathered in at the 15. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff return, a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Elliott's on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Right back to Elliott now. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
From the 43. Brought in by Elliott. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st and 10, Prescott. On the move, headed right. Throwing this back in the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun is Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Running back, motioning right. Prescott now on 3rd down. Dumps it off to his running back. And they take him down right along the 30. A very active... Fourth and 3, drive on the line.
Let's go now. Ready.
They're going for it. Here's Prescott. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. And now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
They've got a man in motion. Throwing on first is Prescott. Buys time, rolling right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Prescott set to pass. He's on the move. Complete out to the right. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal.
That's another Cowboys.
They'll run here with Elliott. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Again, here's Elliott. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Just a couple of yards that time, and they are well short of the end zone on 4th and goal.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. To throw is Prescott. Has it in close. And in for the Dallas touchdown. Now the PAT try coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys stretch their lead to 21. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. It's your set.
They'll come out throwing. Launches one deep downfield. And that one is picked off. But wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete.
That's simply a difficult tightrope walk to stay in bounds on a catch that far downfield. What an effort. Just too difficult a play to make.
Second and 10 now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He fires one deep down the middle, and they pick him off again. And the Cowboys get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Handoff headed left to Elliott. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Back Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Smash, smash.
Once again, Elliott. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. That's a 9-yard pickup, and it gives them a 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Set up.
To throw, Prescott. He's going to push one deep down the... Big game downfield. Touchdown, Dallas. They'll set up here for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys grow their lead yet again. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Gun, gun. Shot. 12, 12, 12. Shot.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's loaded another one. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints putting up points in a game decided. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. Oh, the Saints are looking confident that they have it, and they do! Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They motion the tight end over. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. He puts everything behind this one. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about... the big play, keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Forced out to his right. He sends this one to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
On one, ready?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Throwing from the gun here. He's going deep. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Cowboys take possession of the football.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Go.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He's got a man left. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Working quickly here.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 1. Escapes the pocket. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Here's Prescott. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Come on, set. Hut, hut.
Another throw for Prescott. He's on the move. And he'll maybe get 2 out of that, and that play brings us to the 2-minute warning.
On the jump.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal.
Go. Ready.
Elliott running out of the gun. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Cowboys continue piling it on here in the 4th. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense. And that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
11 MT. Hey. Here we go. Stop.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Has it in close. taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Throw left side, complete. And in for the Dallas touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys continue piling onto this lead. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Has this at the 6. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
11. Here we go. 12. Stop.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it inside the 10. It's a New Orleans touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. Oh, the Saints are looking confident that they have it, and they do! Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. 1st and 10 from the 41. They run it from the gun with Elliott. And a little space is all he needed to reach that 35-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Go.
On the option, it's Elliott. Elliott gets a 1st down and more. And he has it all the way down to the 8. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's 1st and goal. This throw is caught. Touchdown, Dallas. Kicking team on to try the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys continue adding on to that lead. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you're on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
So it's a win for the Cowboys. And their start to the season not cooling off by any means as they move to 4-0 on the year. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to